Okay, so today I'd like to reflect a bit about my current understanding and knowledge of Vata Pitta Kapha. And I've known about Vata Pitta Kapha for a long time, 30 plus years, but I believe my understanding up to this point in time has been quite superficial. I've looked at it basically as a way of describing my physical attributes and maybe some aspects of my behavior, but not going very deeply and certainly not reflecting how I understand other people that well. And uh, so it's been very superficial. Um, and I, I think just going through this past week, the orientation week has really given me a better understanding of what these elements are. um, and especially with respect to the 20 gunas. Um, as far as my own self is concerned, I'm beginning to see that um, I do have quite a bit of kapha in me, which I think explains several things. Basically, my overall happiness and overall patience when things don't go according to plan. I do get frustrated occasionally. I admit that, but overall, I think my overall temperament is more like that. Even my speaking style is more deliberate and patient. Many students say that about me. So there's a lot of kapha there, but there's also vata. I noticed that in my pulse, that there's some quickness in my pulse, variability. My pulse seems to change quite often, and not like every few hours, but every few minutes or even few seconds sometimes. So there's a vata quality there. And sometimes I um, lack some confidence about what the future might hold. So I think there's some vata because of that. There's some vata influencing that. Um, Frustration, yes, I do get frustrated like anybody could. Anger, yes. When my pitta seems to be out of balance, I do get angry. But the kapha seems to be there as an overall personality thing, and I see that, of course, I see vata pitta kapha more fully now with my family. My wife is a very intelligent person, very good speaker, um, very sharp person. That's pitta. She does get impatient sometimes, which is the pitta quality. She's also a very solid person. You can see not only physically solid, but solid in terms of being dependable and all that sort of thing. And that's in kapha. Um, and then my daughter, my youngest daughter, is thin. She walks fast. She can talk fast. So she has that vata quality, and when it's a bit imbalanced, she gets a little overwhelmed with things. But she's very sharp, so she's got that pitta in her also. She's more of like a vata pitta person. And even our little dog, 7-year-old Maltese, he's very smart, very sharp, very intelligent, um, and he's more like a human sometimes than a dog, and that's pitta in him. But he does get very anxious. You could tell he's very when things don't work out according to routine, he does get anxious. That's the vata quality. Um, Now, what's the overall effect with me? Well, number one, I'm patient and tolerant of myself. All right, my own qualities. Um, and I try to, knowing now about the principle of increase and decrease, samanya and also vishesha. I know about that now, so I know how to handle these things if possible, remedy these situations. But I'm also more patient with my wife, my daughter, the dog, all of these things. More patient, more tolerant. That's, of course, that's a kapha quality, but I seem to not get as annoyed by them as I used to, and I really feel more of a connection. So I think this knowledge has a very profound and long-lasting effect on perception. All right, that's it for today. Thanks.